You're watching PTV. You're watching PTV.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
You're watching us here on Pepper Tree Villa on YouTube. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. There's been a lot of chatter already happening. Thank you so much for being here and joining us for this evening of... Actually, we've got a packed show. We're really busy tonight. So, Ben, you said that you had a story to tell. So why don't you get started with that, and then we will move on from there.
Okay, today is tax day. I did my taxes yesterday thinking, oh, great, I'm going to e-file for the first time. I woke up to a very rude text this morning from TurboTax that told me that my e-file had been rejected.
Oh, no.
So I had to open up my file again. But first of all, I had to find the hard drive that I had put my file on. I was tearing the house apart. It took me 20 minutes to figure out that I had left it in the same room where I'd set it up, only I had dropped it behind something. It's like, first thing in the morning, you don't want to wake up to that. So I resubmitted it after following the instructions of a simple correction that needed to be done. 1 hour later, they sent me another message saying rejected. And I'm thinking, I double checked the number. So I triple checked the number, went to go do it. And then I saw a note. I saw a little note on the box on the screen that said, if you want to forgo the e-file and send it by paper, traditionally click here. So I did that. So I'm figuring it's probably a TurboTax thing that rejected it and not the IRS, because the IRS did not receive it. And Lord knows they did not go through my return between a Sunday afternoon and an early Monday morning. So it's that.
No, but I have a feeling it has to do with the issues you had with last year's return.
Yeah. There were some issues where I didn't have a certain piece of paper with claiming health insurance before my health benefits kicked in at my current job. So it's a big nightmare. I'm just hoping that things come through and that I get my money.
Well, I want to say congratulations on finishing. My tax return actually went.
Uncle Sam helped take us to Disneyland, so
Yeah.
I don't care.
Uncle Sam
no
financed
sympathy
our
for you.
trip to
You should have
Disneyland.
done
So
it earlier.
so that was fun. But yeah, great. I see one person I want to point out in the chat tonight, and that is Fox Hollow. I had never heard of this particular cookie they did this past weekend. It's a raisin cookie. Yeah, they have oatmeal raisin cookies and things like that. No, but this one, it actually looked more like a mini hand pie. It was cooked raisins, and you made like a hand pie kind of thing. Go check it out. Fox Hollow. They did raisin cookies this weekend.
It's very Mennonite, Quaker, Midwestern, raisin. I'm sorry. The video was good, but I would never eat it because I think raisins macerated like that.
Well,
It just looked vile. I was gagging the whole time.
well, you know, Doug,
Okay.
he pathetic grapes. That's all he says.
Gagging, I'm saying.
Hi, Judy.
I have a severe gag reflex when it comes to raisins.
I love you too.
Apparently,
Doug.
Wanda loved raisins, so she'd probably be good as long as it was
A gluten-free dough.
gluten-free cookie.
Oh
yeah.
no, this thing had flour everywhere. It even was flinging out of the KitchenAid. So there was no gluten. I have 2 ounces of tequila and 1 ounce of Contro.
Oh,
1 ounce of lime juice and 1 ounce of pineapple juice for a pina margarita.
yeah. Doug made a margarita
It came
tonight.
out as a thanks. I follow Contro.
Cointreau.
I like saying that. Cointreau. And they showed us the recipe.
He's had too much tequila. He can't speak.
Well,
Tequila-ness is
speaking
2
of,
ounces.
speaking of tequila, I am
Legato.
Yeah, Legato tequila.
Legato. We will soon have a nightlife like that coming in the world someday.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that tropical breeze thing because I already did that one. This one is going to be in honor of one of the food days that's happening this week. It's World Paloma Day.
World
And-
what?
Paloma Day.
What state is the Paloma state, everybody?
Is there a Paloma
Yes.
State? Okay, great.
Oh my
That's
God.
Palmetto, I thought.
Palmetto.
Palmetto State.
What's
yes.
the Palmetto state, everybody?
I have no idea.
I do
Isn't
know.
it Georgia?
Well,
No,
I'll say
Peach
that-
State, Georgia.
I will say
Isn't
this.
it Georgia?
Nope.
A Paloma is a drink that usually has a base of grapefruit. However, I'm doing a faux Paloma, and that's because I should not drink grapefruit juice due to a prescription that I take. So,
Paloma is a dove.
I thought Paloma was a Picasso.
No, it's a round orbish citrus thing. It's from what state?
Dove. It's a dove.
there it is.
It's what state? South Carolina.
Jay wins.
You get paper. I don't know what that means, but you get a paper
Oh, and-
word.
I'm not shaking
Wanda's
this drink.
Wanda's having a Paloma right now.
Oh, I'm having one
I
right now.
love
Oh,
Paloma.
wonderful. Yeah. It's World Paloma Day this week. So I'm going to go ahead and make a faux
Trader
Paloma.
Joe's sells them.
Instead of grapefruit, I'm going to be using lemon. And
Oh.
you're supposed to do simple syrup and grapefruit juice, but I'm going to combine it and make some lemonade. So
I'm going to derail you here. What's the difference between grapefruit and lemon if they're both citrus?
There's a whole thing on citrus. I have a book about grapefruit, orange, lime, lemon.
speaking of lime, I'm
Paloma.
going to start with half an ounce of lime.
There's a whole thing about citrus. It's very fascinating.
And then I'm going to
Yeah,
put
but
in an ounce of lemonade.
It's genetic.
Actually,
I don't
two.
know.
I'm going to do 2 ounces of lemonade.
Why? You said one?
No, it's supposed to be 2, actually.
It's going to be a recipe for nightmare.
And tequila.
Noah says he is not a fan of grapefruit juice. He says it's too bitter for him.
I
Oh, I love
love
See,
grapefruit
I'm
juice.
fine with that too. I'm fine with not liking grapefruit juice and not being able to
I
drink
like
because I'm not.
grapefruit. Period.
I like grapefruit cake from the Brown Derby at Hollywood Studios.
I've made it once, and I've had it every time I've gone to the Brown Derby at MGM Studios.
It would help if I took the lid off the bottle. This is
Yeah.
tequila.
Wow.
I haven't even had a sip of it yet.
Lord.
And I am pouring in an ounce and a half.
He should be wearing his glasses pouring.
That's an ounce and a half.
No,
of
that was
tequila.
more than an ounce and a half.
So he's going to be happy.
I'm the only one out of the family of 6 that actually liked grapefruit. The rest of my family, when we were growing up,
So
I
I'm
thought it was old people food.
I am simply stirring my drink.
Because it was from the 70s. Remember the grapefruit diet from the 70s?
Yes.
And here's my take on a Paloma.
Wow, you drink like a bird.
What do you want him to do? Drink like a
That's
sailor?
nasty.
I like it.
Oh, God, that's gross. Ew. What is that supposed to
Well,
taste?
I'm actually supposed to put in an ounce of club soda as well, but I don't have club
No,
soda.
that would even make it even worse.
I have actually soda.
Do you have 7-Up?
No. I have some Soda Stream in the refrigerator, but I'm not going to bother with it because I actually like it just the way it is.
Well, Wanda says that Palomas with grapefruit soda works fine and it doesn't contain grapefruit juice.
There it is, Jarritos. Yeah, you know what? I can pick some of that up. I'll try that.
What?
Jarritos. Jarritos.
Oh, I see that in our
Yeah.
Latin America aisle at the Frugal
In
Hoosier.
your local mercado.
So the grapefruit soda would work for it, huh?
I guess
apparently.
it would.
I call it the Latin America aisle at the Frugal Hoosier.
Are you done with this?
Yeah.
Sherry's got her own alcohol here.
You're not going to
Oh
drink
my-
that though.
No.
But,
I just got a whiff of this. Oh my gosh.
Can you still find that?
Well,
Dilly D&G.
Yeah.
I've
But,
had this forever.
Okay.
We couldn't find rubbing alcohol for anything a year ago.
So I've made my cocktail. I like it. Doug doesn't matter. I'm drinking it, so I'm fine.
Yeah, alcohol's not a problem anymore.
So we're good. So you know what?
I'm sorry. You said alcohol's not a problem anymore. I was thinking prohibition. I'm going,
Box Hollow says curmudgeon alert.
Mhm.
Yeah, Doug is definitely a curmudgeon. He is Mr. Fredrickson from the movie Up.
Right.
He really is. Okay. You know what? Let's talk about a movie review.
Oh.
Saturday night, there's the thumbnail that we made for our video. It's Sweet Carolina starring Tyler Hines and Lacey Chabert.
Oh, so bad.
Doug is whispering, so bad.
Oh, I let
Okay.
me count the waves.
Sherry, you watched the movie.
no,
Sherry didn't watch the movie. She was going to watch it last night, but she went to bed with the sun.
I went to bed at 9:45 last night. I was
Oh,
so
the
tired,
sun was
and I
still
slept
out.
until-
What?
yeah, and I slept until the alarm went off at 7:15 this morning. Otherwise, I think I may still be sleeping. I've been tired the last few days,
Thanks.
so I have not seen it. Sorry.
Do you have TB?
No,
Tired blood.
no, it's just that I'm old.
Okay,
No.
so Ben, what did you think of the movie? First of all, give us a quick synopsis.
A marketing executive in New York was speaking with her family in North Carolina, only to find out that her sister, who had 2 children, had been tragically killed in an accident, and she had to rush home to take care of the family. And they found out that in the will or whatever, she was given custody of the children.
She already had a guilt complex because if she had taken the call or given the call that she was supposed to do, the accident might not have happened.
Yeah, you know, if ifs and buts. Just I
What is it?
coulda,
Could have and
woulda.
should have are words we don't use. They only depress us and give us the blues.
Yep.
Really.
Thank you. But
That's a quote from the Carol Burnett show.
yeah, the
And
film
this is why
itself.
we all act old.
The film itself did not necessarily start in your traditional Hallmark fashion, where it actually started with a death in the family, and you never see a whole lot of death discussed in Hallmark movies. So it was kind of hard to take from the very beginning, and I think that just set the tone, especially for Doug, who did not care for the heavy-handedness of family tragedy throughout a film.
Well, it
And-
was a little too close to home. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was too much of that. There's three things. It was really emphasizing on the death and loss, which that's so not brand for Hallmark. The second one, Tyler Hines, who is supposed to be the lead actor of all the actresses, was never in it.
Well, he had very short scenes. Film.
Teensy people.
He's actually a really fun actor to watch when he's given a chance to be on screen. But even though he didn't have a whole lot of screen time in this film, what he did was good.
Oh yeah, not a problem. The third one is there were 20 little sub stories. Everybody had a story. Every character has a story, and they were dealing with all the different stories.
Yeah.
They were not focusing.
Yeah,
and it was horrible.
Yeah.
2.5 crowns.
Doug was not a fan. He only gave
bad movie.
He only gave 2.5 crowns. Me, I gave it 7, 8 crowns. But I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay film. Better than just middle of the road. So that's why it crept up.
Paul
Paul
says he
got it down, spat. He's the Hallmark.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
4 Ben Burritos. He would have given it 5, but the movie was backwards for a Hallmark film, and the last scene was the basketball shot was stupid.
Oh,
and
so
he is
stupid.
not wrong.
We all cringed at the last line that Lacey Chabert said. I have a thing for men. For men with a whistle. It was something like that.
Brother.
It was
Yeah.
so bad.
Exactly. It was a horrible line.
It just made it lost crowns.
Think for a man with a whistle?
Yep, that was
Yeah.
her last line.
But Paul is absolutely right.
Paul was amazing.
I'll tell you, Paul, if I didn't know better, I'd swear Paul was a ghostwriter for these movies.
I think he works for Hallmark.
Yeah.
I think he's got an inside scoop
Paul,
on these movies.
Paul, who are you? What do you must be doing with something with Hallmark that we don't know about.
In between building cabinets, I bet he's proofing scripts.
Okay. Something's up with Paul.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it.
Like strange.
But yeah, I
see. Okay.
They gave D&G gave it 7.5 out of 10. That was me. I gave it 7.5. I thought it was done.
Boo.
I gave it between 6 and 7 because it was a little too heavy-handed
If
for a
that was
Saturday
her
night
last, without seeing it, if that was her last line,
Very
I wouldn't
last
even
line.
give it a 5.
Yeah,
Very last line.
the
Okay.
last line really
Well-
took a crown away from it for me.
That is our take on Sweet Carolina, which just premiered on Hallmark Channel on Saturday night.
Don't waste your time.
What's new at Trader Joe's?
We'll see what happens. 'cause
Okay, so Trader Joe's. We didn't see, this was not a new item, at least I don't think it is.
No.
It was just the first time we had ever seen it, and I had never tasted it before. So, Doug has this in
we
front
had
of us.
a day of retail therapy with the crew on the other screen, all on
Oh,
Saturday.
we had so much fun.
We
Yeah, it
traipsed
was a fun
all
day.
over the East Central County. Well, we knew we were going to have the Hallmark thing, and so I'm like, we're at Trader Joe's. This is our last stop, and I'm like, ooh, this looks good. And actually, it's good.
Yeah,
it's called
it's good.
Focaccia Primavera, filled with spinach, cauliflower, egg whites, and cheeses.
The interesting thing about it is that the picture, it has it's enlarged for your enjoyment as well as showing textures.
Yeah,
and forth.
well, they totally screwed me over. So I'm expecting this to be. Where's my ruler?
You expect it to be pretty much almost the same size as the package.
9.5 by 9.5. I was expecting this to be 9 inches. It was an orb.
It was between 6 and
Small
7
football.
inches. It was a small focaccia, but it was filling.
It needed a dip. I'm not trying. I mean, it wasn't spectacular. It was very tasty.
Yeah.
They burnt part of it from it, which was literally imported from
Yeah,
Italy.
he scraped the burnt part off and gave that
'cause I
part to
hate
me.
Burnt bread. So, but it's made in Italy, some factory somewhere in nowhere man's of Italy. But I would probably get it again. But we had this and we had some vegetables.
I would recommend
salad on the side.
For a dipping sauce, maybe something like a spicy marinara to give it a kick as well as a little flavor.
Yeah, it just needed a little bit of...
Because it was good, but it could be great with a dipping sauce.
Okay, spinach, egg wash, the cauliflower has those have no flavor.
That's what's new for us, Trader Joe's.
9.5.
What's new at Trader Joe's?
Okay. Now, as long as we're talking about food, why don't we go ahead and cover some of our national food days this week? Okay, as you can see, there's a list there again. And today is National Cherry Cobbler Day.
Oh, I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
We don't have cherries at the moment.
Well, we do have a can.
And I'm not a fan of cherry cobbler.
I love cherries.
I love cherries. If I had to pick it,
cherry pie, cherry streusel, cherry
with
cobbler.
Hi,
Jay,
Jim.
you know what? We almost picked up the pickle chips at Trader Joe's this time, but we didn't. We decided not to get them this time.
What pickle chips?
The pickle chips that they have at Trader Joe's.
Oh, talking about pickles. Yeah. Remember the pickle popcorn that we saw?
The pickle
Sam's
monster?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the popcorn, yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Just in time for food talk.
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
You can have that gaseous orb. I don't like it. I don't like the sun.
Yeah. So there's also National Cheese Souffle Day tomorrow, Wednesday, National Devil's Food Cake Day, which coincides with World Baking Day.
Ooh,
it's been months since we've baked anything here.
Yeah, actually, it's been a long time.
Megan did some baking for me over the past couple of days.
Yeah, she did.
On Friday, which was National Buttermilk Biscuit Day, she made me biscuits. And then the following day, she made me chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, if I had to hear it one more time, that's the last half hour of the movie. I'm going to go get chocolate chip cookies. You sound like a child during the whole time of the Hallmark movie. I'm going to go get chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
I'm going to go get
According to
chocolate chip
Jim,
cookies.
Traverse City, Michigan is the cherry capital of the universe.
Yes, Michigan is very,
Hi,
very cherry.
Avery.
I love cherries. It's like, out of all, if you had to pick a fruity flavor, it'd be cherry.
Yeah.
Next to orange.
Now, Ben, I'm sure you would like some quiche Lorraine. That's going to be on Thursday, National Quiche Lorraine.
Do you like quiche Lorraine?
Thursday's quiche Lorraine Day?
Yeah.
Maybe we can make them.
And then these next two items kind of like dovetail with each other. Thursday is National Pick Strawberries Day. The following day is National Strawberries and Cream Day. So what you pick, you eat the next day.
Strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and cream tend to go with Wimbledon, and that would be in June and July. But
Well,
I don't know that.
it's
we're not British.
I know strawberries are just about ripe or are ripening here in our area, out in the Delta, at the confluence of the Sacramento and San Joaquin rivers in the Central Valley.
Saturday, I can get on board with National Vanilla Pudding Day. I love pudding.
I had a feeling you'd say that, Ben. I know how much you love vanilla.
That's what it says. It's vanilla pudding day.
But that's Ben. He is vanilla. I mean, that's spicy for him. I mean, come on, close.
No, it's not.
Really?
No, it's not.
Yes.
But there it is, May 22nd. And D&G is saying, oh, Wanda, the 22nd. Yes, World Paloma Day is on Saturday.
And taffy.
Which is why I made my own version of a Paloma today.
I had tequila go out my nose, so it's birdie.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So then we had
Dr. Pepper.
National Taffy Day. Now, I don't see Richard, the Orlando guy, here in our chat tonight, but I've got a story about taffy. He was telling me that family would sometimes go to Disneyland, and when they brought you home a gift and you knew that package was taffy, you knew they thought of you just at the last moment when they were leaving the park, and they would pick up
Oh,
taffy at the
that's
newsstand
wrong.
on the way out.
That's
Well,
wrong.
both newsstands and junk stores or junk kiosks at the very end, close to the railroad tracks at Disneyland when we were there, all boarded up. So they were not open.
Yeah, they don't even have them open right now.
Well, they don't want you congregating. That's why.
That's why.
But taffy, that's not true though, because there are people like our mom who loves taffy, and I'd rather get it on the way out of the park rather than carrying it around all day.
Now,
But of course, he's referring to days when people go shopping at Disneyland before there was a downtown Disney.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Now, when I want taffy, I just look at Doug and says, "Let's go to Old Town Sacramento."
Yeah, Marine.
They've got big barrels of taffy.
Big
Every
barrels,
flavor
all-
imaginable.
probably about 4 or 5 candy shops.
It's the same one that's also on the boardwalk of Santa Cruz called Marini's. My
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
would always bring that home. Saltwater
Yeah.
taffy from the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
D&G,
Yeah.
do you hear that? Santa
Who
Cruz.
is every,
I haven't been there.
what
in
is
20
everybody's
years.
favorite taffy flavor?
Ooh,
I can't
Watermelon
remember. I
taffy is
haven't
good.
had it. To be honest with you, I don't know.
I like
Would be
banana.
Probably
Banana's
watermelon.
good. Lemon is good.
I like a watermelon
Watermelon.
taffy too.
Watermelon taffy, lemon taffy, banana.
There's a chocolate caramel taffy that I like too.
Oh,
I think it was watermelon, maybe cherry.
Avery likes the banana Laffy Taffy.
Grape. I remember.
I love
what it-
banana Laffy Taffy.
That's a
See,
good one,
Cass-
Avery.
Cassidy likes vanilla pudding. Thank you, Cassidy. At least I've got one fan who likes my palate.
It just tells you how world and boring everybody is.
Oh my goodness. So that's it for National Food Day. So yeah, let's pick one and we'll talk about it sometime during the week, okay? And we'll maybe celebrate somehow, okay? Maybe
We'll try.
I'm hoping we're gonna bake something. So that's National Food Days for this
Hawaiians
week.
Don't get needy. Sherry ran off.
Oh, this is not Disneyland Show and Tell.
No, it's
but
not.
it is.
It's not Disneyland Show and Tell.
This is not Disneyland Show and Tell. That was left over from last week. But in this
Okay.
case, Sherry, you got a couple things this week. What did you get?
Well, today I had a box, and this, Doug, this will make you happy.
What is it?
These are
A probe.
the Teflon sheets for the heat press for the cricket.
Oh, great!
Yeah, because I didn't like that handkerchief I was using. It was smelling funny.
Okay, for
So that-
those of you not in the know, Sherry and Doug work on the T-shirts that we make with Sherry's cricket machine, and there's a material that has to go over that
To
is
protect the vinyl.
designed to be used with the press that cricket sells, and it presses the vinyl onto the shirts. Well, Doug has been using a handkerchief.
No,
of
it's a pressing cloth that I use,
okay.
but it's old.
But anyway, she now has the proper materials, so that makes Doug happy.
I also got a big blankety blank roll of the transfer paper, Doug.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
great.
The transfer tape.
Yeah, Paul says get the forklift.
Yeah, because you know what? There's some things is just, I mean, we're frugal, but it's just like, you can only use this stuff so
So
much.
I got the big one. And this is a brand that I was told is a really good one, so we'll see. Then
That almost
I'm just
comes-
opening them up as I'm getting them because I came home and the
She really does get something nearly every day. She really does.
No, I don't.
You ordered that just yesterday.
I know, right? Here is the
Is that
bag for the press.
Oh, for the Easy Press that you bought, Ben?
Yeah.
But you have to make you put it in and it cools off.
Oh, it's the same material as the one that carries the Cricut.
Yeah, the same brand. I ordered it to correspond, and it has, place for the mat that we use to press on.
Wanda
And
says, I need to request some custom shirts.
Whatever you
And the
want,
press-
Wanda, whatever you want.
Wanda, just get in touch with us.
I also got a little tool for us, Doug. Oh,
What did
Let's see.
Amazon send you?
I don't know. Maybe I've been shopping so
me a
much they sent
tool.
me a happy.
Did they give you a gift card?
It looks like it, but I don't
No,
know. Or is
it
it just a
says-
thank you?
No,
What's the note say?
it says your satisfaction is our goal. We'd
Oh,
love
please.
it if you could share your experience with your other shoppers. If for any reason there is anything missing, incorrect, not fitting, different than you expected, please reach out to us. We'd love to have the opportunity to provide you the total satisfaction.
Oh,
Well, no one can ever make me satisfied, so those don't work.
that's true.
I mean, my
At any rate,
standards are really high, so I just
This
track
is
it.
By the way,
That's from the person who created the rule.
Okay.
I wanted to let you know, our show tonight is 3D printing with Lego Log builds, and Lego Log is in our green room right now. So he'll be there for just a couple minutes,
Yeah.
and we'll get right to the action soon. But he's going to be sharing some fun stuff with us tonight. Jerry, are you going to...
Doug, this is the template for the
That's what you're
t-shirt.
talking about.
You
Okay.
can, you can line everything up. But the biggest thing I got this weekend that I'm so excited about
She's just showing the box.
is the Cricut mug press. And I've got one ready to go to try while we're sitting here. Doug, I didn't wrap the whole thing with it. I just
Yeah, I know you gotta get for your gimpy left side.
no. I mean, I didn't wrap the stuff around the mug, the whole mug.
What? She has a boob template?
Yeah,
Cool.
it looks like a boob template.
Pretty much.
I thought
Wanda.
it was because she pressed it against her shelf.
So what I did was I got this it says crafting makes everything better, and I've got it just on a rectangular piece of the infusible ink. So I've never done this before. We're going to see what happens with it. You put it in like this.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she's gonna break it.
Let go, let go.
okay.
And then
We
it kind of
close
like puts
down
it in
like
place.
that. And then we just watch the dots, and when all of them are,
And the light in the house starts
done.
dim and it starts buzzing.
it takes about 5 to 8 minutes, they said.
Okay.
And they did
well,
tell
great.
they did tell us the first time we used the Cricut mug maker that it could smell. And
Okay.
It
Oh, I'm
is a
glad you
little
think
rough.
it is a little smelly right now.
I'm sure that is the case. Well, we actually have a little something to show as well. Doug, why don't you just grab
Okay,
it
so
there?
we had just a little bit of retail therapy.
We
So
went out with Ben
Walmart-
and Sherry over the weekend. We ran some errands, and we also recorded a video that we'll talk about in a little bit. But
This is what we got.
Yeah.
Our one splurge. A Mickey pillow.
yeah, it's
I mean,
a.
how can you not think he's cute as a button?
I mean, look at that.
So come on.
I'm the one that got him in trouble with that because I had to go to the Hallmark store to drop off my Christmas ornament wish list.
Yeah.
So he was
Oh,
staring
but
at me
I did get Jeremy that 25th anniversary
Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon ornament.
Yeah.
That's heavy. It's all metal.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing
I
that
know.
Jeremy knows about that because he's in the green room.
I showed it to him already.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
Looks like he's giggling
run,
about it
don't
too.
walk, and go get your Hallmark pillow that is going to be on our little couch staring at us.
Yeah. So great. Also, there are some quick announcements this week that before I bring Jeremy in. Quick announcements. This is a week full of PTV videos. We've got tonight PTV Live, tomorrow at 11:45 Pacific, 2:45 Eastern. We will be premiering a video. Well, it's not going to premiere. It's going to start streaming at 2:45 Eastern. It's called the Blind Box Challenge. And I see Mike Wheeler is here in the chat. He has been working with someone else. And there are several channels that are involved. And, well, there's a reason why it's happening tomorrow at 2:45. And that's because tomorrow at 2:45 p.m., Mike Wheeler
was birthed to the world.
Yeah. He celebrates his anniversary of his trip around the sun.
And tomorrow is Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. But yeah, This was a very cool little boxy kind of thing. And we enjoyed ourselves. And the video, I think, shows it. You guys will laugh hysterically over this.
Oh, you will. But thank you very much. It was very sweet. We had a lot of fun.
He's right. When you want to say, I thought of you at the very last minute, Taffy.
I
He's
want
a little late to the show.
I do want to point out something that Michelle said, and that is that when Ben and Sherry pass out, the mug is done.
Huh?
Well, we're on 3 of 5 lights, so it's going pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You must have a lot of electricity
time,
you put toward that.
It'll give it time to cool off because it needs to cool off for a bit.
So shower tomorrow with lots of love to Mike. Just inundate his email and his text messages. So everybody get a hold of Mike.
In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I have to assign him first to there.
Great.
And let's go.
Drum roll, please.
That's a drum roll.
And then I need to burp. Just like.
But anyway, tonight we are going to be doing an interview with Sherry's youngest, Jeremy, otherwise known as Lego Log Builds. Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
What's up?
How is everyone tonight?
Hipster from Berkeley is in the house.
That's true.
That's
true. I'm here.
My baby.
Yeah, Jeremy, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. A little bit tired. Today I was finishing up a build a little bit bigger than a 3D print, but a couple of friends of Elizabeth and mine commissioned me to build a standing planter box, which put the clear coat on today. And so it's curing for 24 hours and then will be delivered on Wednesday.
I saw that.
Succulents in it?
You could put succulents in it for sure.
I saw that stand in your social media and it blew me away. I thought, wow, Jeremy built that.
It's beautiful.
It's very nice. It was built right here in my driveway.
That's true.
Planter boxes, you can remove them and they're slanted so that the sun will hit the whole thing.
Let's get you zeroed in. There it is. Look at that. Look at that.
Is that made out of wood or made out of printing?
Redwood. Redwood.
You made that?
I did.
He did. He designed it and made it.
Where's Paul? Paul, what do you think of his handiwork?
Oh, I didn't know you played with wood. I thought you only 3D printed. I didn't know you played with wood.
No, I like to build in all mediums. Plastic, cardboard, wood.
Wire.
Build, I'll put it together.
He's done some great wire sculptures too.
He's the true settlers of Catan.
We just got an alert from the mug maker. Apparently, this mug is done.
So I'm just going to take it out.
Okay, great.
Oh, it's smoking.
Well, yeah.
I'm excited to see
They
this.
pull it straight up.
Now it has to cook completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
turn it
peel.
off.
Yeah, so
we'll just set it to the side here.
We'll set it off here. Okay.
now I mentioned that there were going to be some other videos this week from PTV. One of them is going to be on Friday night. We're going to do a live stream, and there's Lothar commenting on the planter that you built, Jeremy. Lothar's birthday is on Friday, and we're going to be celebrating because Lothar can't get out of the house this week. He's under lockdown where he lives in Canada. So we said, you know what? We'll party with you. So we're going to be we're going to be going live on Friday night. We're going to be making cocktails together.
Rum.
Very fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So we're gonna make some cocktails for Lothar.
He's very supportive towards us, and we're like, oh, we'll go live. Oh, what?
Okay, so anyway, Jeremy, tell us a little
Yes.
bit about yourself.
Oh man, where to start? I am 27, I believe, years old.
Don't tell me that.
You're gonna be 28
And-
in September?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
28 in September.
Oh yeah, because you're a 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My preview.
But yeah, I am in the East Bay right now of San Francisco Bay Area, and just about to be wrapping up some time as a youth pastor at First Presbyterian Church of Berkeley, and in this next season have just decided to lean into a love for building and experimenting with that and seeing if I can turn it into some kind of full-time gig.
Okay.
And you see that Wanda, Cruising for Food, has dropped your link for your Etsy page there. So etsy.com/shop/Lego log builds.
Mhm.
So he's
Ben
activating.
has something to show what a couple of things that Jeremy built.
First, there is a Cusco comb.
Yep.
This is from the Emperor's New Groove. And then a Tron light cycle.
Now that's really cool. That light cycle is
Isn't that
amazing.
cool?
Yeah, I love this. It's
That's
it's
just
going
some-
on my tree, but I got to keep it away from the lights. So I got to put it on a branch without lights. So I'll have to.
Otherwise, it'll melt.
Yeah,
because
I'll-
it's plastic.
Yeah,
And you do put enough lights on it where anything will melt.
Yeah.
So we wanted Jeremy on here to activate our network because he's reaching out through us to all of you because he wants to build be like what, a 3D man for hire, right?
Yeah, more or less. There's a lot of there's so many possibilities with 3D printing, and especially in the crafting scene, it takes it to a whole new level with what can be done and the intricacy of prints.
So what kinds of things do you print?
well,
Let's see.
the one
I think I
like the
might be having
comb.
some audio issues real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me go ahead and show a little bit here. I actually have a sample. Let me find the right sample for him to show. There it is. This is his printer working. And
can you put a full screen on that?
sorry, Ben?
Put a full screen on that.
Well, let me see what I can do about that. I can pull it up and no, cannot do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries.
But yeah. So anyway, that is Jeremy's printer. And right now, what is he? Oh, I know what he's printing. Ben, show that comb again. There it is.
Rachel's Adventures wants to know if he can print the PTV logo in 3D.
I'm sure he can.
Yeah, I'm sure it can be done. Absolutely. So Ben is holding.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
we can
Jeremy.
hear you.
Okay. I might abandon the AirPods.
Oh, okay.
They're not doing me any good right now.
So anyway, Ben is holding a comb, a Cusco comb. If you're familiar with the movie The Emperor's New Groove, I know that some people are not fans of the movie, but in that particular scene, Cusco is combing his hair, and his comb looks like a llama. That is a representation of that comb that he uses in the movie, which is pretty darn cool. Now, there are other things that you make like that, aren't there, Jeremy?
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that I'm printing right now. The Etsy shop is just in its infancy stages right now, so there's not as many items up there. But along with the Cusco comb, there's other Disney-related things. So I'll show off the golden scarab from Aladdin,
Oh, I like him.
That's cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
and breaks in half.
Oh,
you can
cool.
fit it, and it's just a pressure fit.
Now, how much does something like that run to buy?
to buy from
Yeah.
other shops
Like-
from
No, from your
from
Etsy
your
shop.
shop. If you were to make something
from my
like that.
shop.
Yeah.
Let's see. I believe it's $7. Let me actually check though, so I'm not just spouting off nonsense right now.
D&G has already said
okay,
they want the
so-
scarab.
So $5 is what I have it at on Etsy right now.
Wow.
Yeah, $7.
Okay, so D&G,
So-
you need to visit his Etsy shop and put in an order for one.
So anything that is, because Disney only makes what Disney wants us to buy as a designer.
Mhm.
I know it's like when I go to World of Disney or the Emporium and they just literally have crap. Because I
Yeah.
want very distinct stuff.
Yeah.
So I could design anything I want. So that's what he does. I mean, how odd and cool something from Emperor New Groove, which it has a starting to get a huge cult following. Like they don't have enough from Tangled. I mean, they need to do more for that movie and milk that cow. So you can make little trinkets of something that means a lot to you that has that little trinket. I'm sure there's a model for it that you can use it in your 3D printer.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also go, something I'm excited about, you can also go backwards in time on the Disney fandom and, print something out like this.
Oh!
That's cool.
I got people all tingly here.
I want that.
So surely something that
Spaceship Earth
that you
Epcot.
can't-
Spaceship Earth Epcot.
yeah. But, things that you can't find in the parks
No.
anymore. You can just print off, something for yourself. And the printer I have is roughly the build plate is what it's called, where the items actually print. That is roughly 6 inches by 6 inches square, and then maybe 7 or 8 inches tall that you can print. So this, printed at a diagonal on the build plate. But if you are willing to go kind of the extra mile and glue things together and fill gaps with putty or and any gap filler that you might have, you can make large items with a small printer.
Can you show me that Adventurers Club thing again, Jeremy?
Now you held
Yeah.
out showing your uncles that, didn't you? Because Ben, did you know about that?
I did not know about
No.
this.
So he's holding out on us. That's a surprise.
Okay, Jeremy,
Yeah.
for the record, I have been to the Adventurers Club a couple times. It's no longer there, but I'll tell you, I absolutely love the Adventurers Club.
Now,
I'm
Jeremy,
very-
there's a couple of
Benji's here.
questions.
Oh, Benji, everybody.
There's a couple of questions in the stream. One is, how long does it take to print something?
Oh, great question. So I have right here a mouse head keychain without the keychain part. This takes roughly half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to print.
Okay.
But
Wow.
I need that.
Of course you.
I need that.
for anyone familiar with Super Mario, this is a Bob-omb that I've printed and then painted.
Wow.
This guy took
Oh, that's
16 plus
awesome.
hours to print.
16?
Because there's a lot
Yeah.
of pieces, and then you glued it and sanded it, and
Yeah.
because that's something. Everything is made out of resin at Disneyland. This is the 3D resin plasticky stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other question was, do you do custom orders? And if so, would they just contact you through your Etsy page and chat with you that way to talk about it?
Yeah, that would be the most efficient way to get a hold of me for custom orders, especially on the 3D printing side of things. I have my Instagram page and just recently found out that I needed to set the direct message feature up a little bit differently to get messages from people who I don't follow or who don't follow me. But specifically for 3D print orders, the most efficient way to get in contact with me would just be to go to my Etsy page and reach out there. And it's kind of a cool thing. There's a lot of 3D printers out there who just download files and print, But over the last 5 years or so, I've been learning how to 3D model for a number of different things, primarily a video game that one of my friends is producing. But I kind of get the double down on it, where I can model something that I want to print and then send it to the printer. So there's a lot of customizable
That's very cool.
So if someone has
options that way.
someone has an old house and they need a soap dish and they want it for decorative, but because they want to model it and it's all cracked and there's no way to get the soap dish, you can pretty much put it all together, 3D print them to have this soap dish. So think of it that way. You can hire him for old stuff that doesn't exist anymore, and you can 3D mock it up and then print it and then paint it leafy gold, and you can have that thing in a Victorian house that you thought you'd never replace.
I like Sebastian the Crab saying that he got offered a job at a 3D printing company 20 years ago. I thought they were nuts.
Okay, I'm going off on a quick tangent. You could do the derail. But did you know whenever we do colonize Mars, that we're not bringing anything with us? We're going to be bringing... We're bringing a whole bunch of 3D printers because they have to make the stuff on Mars. It was some kind of spacey thing. So, because we can't, schlep all this stuff up on a rocket. So that's what 3D printers are going to do. So think of it that way. So if you need a special shovel or anything.
Your niece Danny is here.
Well, here's an interesting thing, Jeremy.
Yeah.
The Orlando guy says he wants somebody to print him a 3D replica of a Disneyland opening day ticket.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I am so down with that.
I could get behind that too.
But it's flat and like a piece of paper.
3D'd.
Yeah, you could turn it into a plaque.
I'll have to think about that. There's amazing things that doesn't exist at Disneyland that we recreate. Yes, so anybody has any ideas and want to hire Jeremy to make him 3D something, he can do it.
Yeah.
How many Lego sets do you have?
Yeah, why is your name Lego Log
Yeah,
Build?
please tell us.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, this is a rabbit hole that we'll dive down. I am in. So to pull this full circle, the guy I talked about earlier, who I'm working on this video game with on the 3D modeling front, he and I are in a social club together called the Dog Club, and every year we have an event in August that is a different Disney theme. So this last year's theme was Fantasia. This year's theme is Aristocats. But in this club,
okay,
we all have our nicknames. And my nickname for the club is Lego Log because they knew how much I love Lego. They know how much I love building. So Lego was just the proper name. So for my Instagram, then Lego Log Builds, it's just me building.
So it's like your off-campus fraternity frat name.
That's
Okay, Jeremy, can you see the comments at the bottom of the screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, they're flying. So
Yeah, I'll show again what Wanda said. She said, "Can you print me Jason Momoa life size?"
He doesn't have access to human cells.
And DG said there aren't enough supplies for that, Wanda.
Yeah, there's not enough. The printer is not for human cells. He can't grow a
I
heart
have to
or an
print
ear.
two, one for you and one for me.
Good question. Wendy's asking, is log related to Lincoln Logs?
A little bit. A little bit. It's
Probably
a play
more
on
to
Lincoln
the
Logs.
building.
It's a play on. What was that, Mom?
Probably just more because of the building that you like to do.
Yeah.
Wanda's hashtag take my money, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Or is it
So
that
he
log
has
rhymes with,
anybody
is it
who's
that is it that log rhymes with dog?
That
Rhymes
could
with
be.
dog.
Yeah.
That is further down the rabbit hole, but yes, it is a variation.
because where did you go to
of dog.
school? And
I
where?
went to UCLA.
Yep. So he's a UCLA alumni. People, activate your UCLA alumni.
There's a Bruin.
Graduated with a degree in what?
anthropology,
And
cultural
then got
anthropology,
your master's degree in.
theology.
Yep.
So he's really good at dinner conversations, people. We never cocktail party.
I'm not
He's a
a
very-
one act pony, that's for sure.
No, that's very, very
We
true.
do have very stimulating conversations when I'm with the family because you have a Mills College alum, a Berkeley University and UCSF alum, and then UCLA, and so our conversation gets and use really big words.
Fuller Theological
Like
Seminary.
really big words.
My kids are so smart. When they get together and they start talking, I walk out of the
I'm
room.
intimidated by them because they're talking all these heady topics, and all I can just discuss with them are reruns of the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just say that the conversations can get rather existential.
Yes. Just feed Ben M&Ms, it's fine. Blah, blah, blah.
M&M's in a club sandwich.
Peanut M&Ms.
Wanda says that until tonight, log was a bad word.
Log was a bad. So what are some of the projects you want to work on or you've seen and you're like, yeah, I can do that, just to kind of broaden people's horizons of to think them, to tune their antenna, and that this can get 3D printed, this can get 3D printed.
Yeah. So a couple of things that I am very interested in doing. I'm halfway on one of them, so I'll show this off right now. But I have a pink version
Probe.
of Luke Skywalker's
Not a probe.
lightsaber. But between 3D printing and then painting and that whole side of things, printing out some lightsabers is definitely something I am interested in.
Okay.
There's also a lot of options for trophies that you can just hand out. Right now, I have something downloaded just that is an Uno trophy, which is a game that you would never think you need a trophy for. But how fun would it be just to pass around an Uno trophy? But one project, yeah. What's
I
up?
was going to say, it's interesting. If you ever find that you are missing pieces from your Monopoly set, just print some.
There's that. You can print a lot of different things. 'Cause I wanted to get remember the Santa Fe Railroad Lego engine?
Yeah.
That, but we could probably get the instructions and we can go find all the pieces.
I love Benji.
But you say that there's some custom pieces that we couldn't get. Well, now you can print them.
Your mother wanted you to have this when you were old enough. Obi-Wan hands Luke a pink lightsaber.
Yeah, well, the lifesaver is one of those things. It doesn't have to be pink. People can think of little
Jeremy
naughty
likes
things.
Jeremy
Well, that's
likes
true. I can explain though why it's printed in pink. When I first got the printer, I got it as a Christmas present this last Christmas. And when I started, I just had a couple spools of filament. So I will go ahead. Let me grab one.
Yeah, the
So this is
filament.
what is in the printer and what is printing. This is the plastic. And this comes in a number of different colors. And let's see. If I turn my camera, you can see right here. This is a spool of white filament that is going into the printer right now. But when I started, I only
I see.
had.
Look, it's printing
pink
something
filament.
right now.
Yeah.
I am indeed.
What do you happen to be printing right now?
It looks like one of my small kitchen appliances, but I love so much.
I'm printing a white light cycle, or I should say the white portion of the light cycle.
Wendy, no need to stop.
So I already have the gray portion of the light cycle.
Okay.
So I'm printing out the colored portion. And this time I'm printing it out in white just to have a. I can't remember if a white light cycle is in the original Tron or if it's just Flynn's light cycle in Tron Legacy.
In the original, I believe it were they blue and yellow, I think, is the colors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
since then I've since starting, I've upped my filament game. I'll try to, the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Your mother would be so proud. She collects all kinds of other materials too. You got your mother's gene.
Yeah.
I need all the colors and all the sizes.
It makes it a lot easier than painting. I'll say that.
Well, yeah,
So-
because
Wanda wants to know, how many printers do you have?
Just the one right now. Just the one.
would
Just
you
one.
upgrade? Is there a need to possibly go even more, or you have what's considered pretty standard?
I think in a world where Elizabeth and I are not sharing a one-bedroom apartment, that is also full-time offices for the both of us. I potentially could see getting another printer and just having that one running as well. But for right now, just the one in my little corner of the apartment is treating me just fine.
You'll find
Donna
out. I had to
agreed.
have the 8-quart Instapot and the 6-quart Instapot. You do need all the sizes. There's even a 4-quart that I would not say no to.
Donna says 3D printers are an incredible tool, and indeed they are.
They are. They're more accessible to the masses of just different things of how we could do it. Technology is. I mean, like
Yeah.
you said, I mean, they're actually using 3D printers. I mean, on a smaller scale. I mean, we don't know how advanced they're 3D printing an ear.
And Donna's asking, do they come in different sizes?
They do. They do. I have a fairly small, compact one, but they have build plates that are, I want to say, anywhere between 10 and 25 square inches.
Okay.
And in fact, as 3D printers have become more and more commonplace, I've actually started to see construction sites pouring concrete in the same way that a 3D printer works. So at that, if you count that as a 3D printer,
That's
then
huge.
yeah.
Well, like he says, I love
Okay.
it. I need to contact you about a custom order. The sky is
Awesome.
absolutely the limit, people. It is insane. I'm thinking of all these stuff that don't exist in parks anymore that we can have a replica of just for memory persons.
Yeah. Wendy wants to know, do you find that it's most useful for practical items or versus fun stuff? Because I do believe it's useful, honestly.
Yeah. So I would say a little bit of both, right? There's the majority of things I'm printing right now are fun things. So, lightsabers, little mementos, keychains, but there's a whole, like, I'm going to use this term again, rabbit hole just of useful builds. There are models able to be downloaded that customize your printer, that hold toilet paper rolls, that like Doug, like you were saying, soap dishes. One inquiry that I just heard was someone looking for a cup holder insert for their car that would allow it to hold a 32-inch hydro flask, because that's too big for the cup holder.
Oh,
You just
yeah, it
fill
is.
up and then widen the cup holder.
Oh,
That would be interesting.
So all that said, I haven't dived too deep into the practical things yet, but that's mostly because I just I like the fun things as well as the practical
that little
things.
Aladdin thing that flies around and almost kills poor Aladdin. That was sad.
Yeah.
and I saw you on your Etsy page the little characters as well, with little bones sticking out from the game.
Oh yes, the for any of you that know the game Among Us, very popular among the youths right now.
Utes. It's Utes.
That counts us out.
Yes,
I
among the
have-
Utes.
Utes.
Crewmates from that game able to be printed out in a number of different colors, and
Look like little finger probes.
just little spacemen taking their 3D printers to Mars. But the one that you're asking about that has a bone in it, this one is currently not available on my Etsy page, but they have the files where you can split them in half and there should be a bone sticking out right here. I have not finished printing this one yet. But with the white filament in the machine, we'll just print out a bone and glue it in, and we'll call it a day.
That's great. That is awesome. Yeah, machine parts so that are discontinued is big business for those printers.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
well
My
Jeremy,
mug is ready too.
this has been fascinating.
Your mom wants to hog your spotlight.
No, I don't.
Sherry, what does the mug look like now? Okay. There
Oh,
it
wow.
is. Wow.
Oh, I thought it was the letterings and it was going to be all white.
Crafting makes everything better. Oh,
That is
Sherry, that's
actually-
great. And it's a left-handed mug.
I
you
made
can
it
actually
for
see it.
myself.
Yep. And it's cool to the touch, and it's already adhered to the mug. It's fascinating how this works.
And it's dishwasher safe.
And Nucarator safe?
You know, that I have to find out. I don't know.
I think it is Nucarator safe because, you need to
That's
nuke your coffee to get a little more warmer.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is going to be fun, Doug.
I have a tiki one that I'm going to create.
Richard says, this has been fascinating. Not interesting, but fascinating. Just kidding.
I have a tiki room.
Oh,
wrap.
and Doug, these edges that come, that when you wrap it around. I didn't wrap it all the way around because I just didn't have time to do it. I just did the front of it. You could actually do it the opposite way too, but I was not going to weed out the positive and leave all those little letters in.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, I understand that if you were to put one of your 3D printer mugs in that thing, it would just melt it.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
is
would think so.
It would
very
mess
true.
up. But
Yeah.
Doug, you can have a scalloped edge here or a wavy edge or one that looks like it's been torn, just so it's not just plain straight along the handle.
I'm just saying I'm not showing you the designs, but I have a cruise line one, a Disney cruise line one, proud and already made. Tiki broom one done.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doug is already working on artwork for mugs. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, several aircraft manufacturers are using 3D machines like that. Carbon fiber. That's really cool.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Jeremy, maybe
That is
eventually you can get into carbon fiber. I'll tell seeing it work, I'm actually just blown away by how it works and the way it looks.
You're thinking, wow,
And
this could be.
It just takes thinking at a completely different level about how
Yeah.
things can be put together.
Well, like I said years ago when I was watching this documentary and they talked about when, I don't know if it's if, but when we colonize Mars, they can't schlep all their crap up into Mars because it takes 3-4 months to get there. They have to build everything, and 3D printers are going to be the way it is. It was just a never way of like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll just print it.
So your printer only uses plastic, right? The plastic filament?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but different kinds. There are. I see the question of what materials can you use. Plastic is the material for the printers, but in a variety of qualities. So right now I print only on what is called PLA filament. I should have done more research and known these acronyms for you, but I print in PLA. There's also ABS plastic, which is what Lego bricks are made out of. Those are injected molded, but if I wanted the same type of plastic, I could get ABS plastic and it could go on my printer just fine.
Wow.
You could do that hard Lego-y plasticky feel too.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean,
And then
That
there's
would be-
also a softer filament that you can put through the machine for flexible parts. And I'm blanking on the acronym for it right now, but it all comes on the spools and it all just feeds into the machine through the same form.
that's insane.
That's great.
I heart that.
Okay.
Polylactic acid, PLA.
Polylactic acid.
There we go.
Sometimes I have.
Of course,
I have a
Benji
bad
would know
burrito.
that.
Thank you, Benji.
And one of his presents to me, he promises that he's going to design and build me a nativity set out of plastic.
That's true.
So that'll be a one.
This is an interesting thing. Do you have like an attachment where you can use recycled plastic pellets in them in your printer?
I would have to look into that. Right now, no, and I have not seen that on the market, but it's one of those things where it certainly sounds like something that if it's not out there already, it should be.
Okay.
Is there glow-in-the-dark plastic, and is there plastic that's actually kind of clear so you can make something that is practically translucent?
Yes and yes. Let me actually grab something I have clear.
I came prepared.
So for any Pokemon fans out there, this is a clear Ditto.
We're gonna make him bigger.
Let's see. You can't really see him all that well, but this is clear filament. And the reason he looks so cloudy is there's actually a lot of interior support structure. So if you see this grid in there, that is going through the entirety of the model, holding it together so it just doesn't crumple. But this is clear filament.
Like a skeleton.
I like Wanda's thinking. # more crystal tree ornament.
Piniel Dabras.
So Doug, your question was clear filament, and then what was the other question?
Glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark. I do not own any glow in the dark filament, but it is very popular, especially for more spooky items for Halloween. Get a glow in the dark skeleton going on that's 3D printed. That would be fun.
Oh, very cool. Okay, and Don is asking a question here. Jeremy, how long does it take to make something with a 3D printer on average? And can you leave the machine, or do you have to watch it?
These are great questions. I'll answer the second one first. For the machine, it's usually just click and go. I can get it running and go about my day, and just check in back when the print is done. The only catch is this. There are times when if the plastic does not adhere to the first level, to the build plate itself, it can shift on you and cause problems with the print. So usually what I do is I will click go on the printer, and then I will watch the first layer go down and make sure that it's all set up, it's all secure. Because once the first layer is down, very rarely will a print fail halfway through, at least with my printer. So that'll be anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes watching the first layer go down. But after that, I can just get up and walk away. And then on average, I would say most of the things I'm printing right now take between 45 minutes to 2 hours for the things I'm printing most of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy says it's very interesting. She says that most of the plastic that they use for this is recycled plastic. Her husband is in that market. That's really cool, Wendy.
Jeremy, when you are building something, since we're getting into summertime, when the power goes out, I just thought of this. This is a good question. When the power just craps out, does it know and then starts back up, or do you have what I have, a USB, where if I'm working on my computer and the power goes out, I actually have about a half hour where I can use the battery and I can work on what I'm doing. Normally I just shut it off because if the power goes out. Do you have a USB, or how does it work when the power goes out? Because that's, not to say we live in a world we do have reliable power, but it does go out.
Yeah. That is actually something I've thought of quite a bit. To my knowledge, there's no fail safe for the power going out. So if the power were to go out, the printer would just stop, and when the power came back on, it would be almost a hard reset.
Okay.
So if there was a print going, just
you're done.
Take it off the build plate, start over. Which for a half hour print, no worries, that's fine. But if it's
but you should look at there's USB power supplies, universal battery supplies that could get you at least an hour to 2 hours. Look into that, and I'll talk to you more offline. So if this thing is running, you have actually about an hour to maybe 2 hours of it just going on it. Because if you're saying on average, you might need something for 2 hours, it's probably good to have it backed up. And it also helps with power surges and stuff like that because brownouts. And...
So Richard wants a 3D model of the MTV logo, and so does Donna.
Very, very
3D
doable.
MTV. What are they acting like? It's
And Mike
1984.
Wheeler wants a set of mouse ears.
Yeah, and Donna's asking, can you print multiple things at once, or does it have to be one thing at a time? And does the excess plastic get used or recycled?
These are all very good questions.
Yeah, so
recycling.
Let's see. You can print multiple things at a time if you're fine with them being in the same color of filament, and if they fit on the build plate together. So let's see.
I guess like if you're making chess pieces, that would work out great.
Yeah. So the Tron light cycles, for instance, all the black portions are printed at one time. The gray and blue portions are printed at one time, and you might see a seam down the middle of this.
Yeah.
The way that the Tron...
How can you print the blue and the gray at the same time when you said...
No, the gray is at the same time, and then the blue is at the same time, Sherry.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So the blue portion, how this is printed, the inside where the seam is facing down. So what you have effectively is the two halves of the light cycle. And I can actually show you here. So I've glued these two pieces together already for the gray portion of the light cycle. But they print face down like this.
Oh, that side by side.
That's it.
Side by side.
Okay.
That's
Got
clever.
it.
So they're either they're not connected. They're each on its own side, and then oh, that's really really cool.
And and there's an option to print it as one piece, but what happens a lot of the time is that I'll use this as an example. You guys are gonna get a kick out of this. This is a Rocketeer helmet in pink.
Ooh.
Let me guess, that's for your brother.
Because I did not have gold filament when I printed it.
That's really cool. It looks like bubble gum.
That's
That
amazing.
looks like an ice cream dish. Let me see the inside. Yeah, you can make little horse doors in that.
The catch of this though is that it printed face up, or sitting how you would expect it to on the build plate. But in order to print the top, all of the inside has to be filled. It has to be supported. So with a lot of prints, what you have are portions that need the extra support, which then after it's done printing, you take off and you clean off the supports. You break them off. You clean it up with an X-Acto knife or
a little sanding,
a blade of your choice. Sanding. Yeah. So printing out, the light cycle bits, what I get by printing them in halves is not having to deal with taking the support structure off.
Gotcha.
That
probably make for a cleaner.
This is so fascinating.
So even though if you need something hollow and you had that clear thing, you can carve all that out in like a Dremel, so you could still just have. Oh, that's fascinating.
Oh yeah, do you have a Dremel for that purpose, or do you? Okay.
Of course he does, and X-Acto blades and all other kind of sharp implementations.
Perfect. Wow, I cannot believe that our time is already just about there.
So anybody out there in our community or
keep
watching
asking
this video,
if you've got any questions, feel free to
There
keep
is
popping them
another
there.
question.
share this video with other people to watch this. Tell them to fast forward. We love to watch the whole video. But if they want to know about someone who can 3D print, share this video and say, go to this section, and maybe they'll have ideas. Because it's getting the word out. And the best thing about word of mouth and activating a network is to see this and hear for it. And
Another question, Doug.
Mike asks, with your 3D printer, do you have a scanner so you can make duplicates of items that you already have, as in use the scanner to copy a 3D item that you already have that will map it out to print it again?
So yes and no, but not in the way you would think. What I have are the 3D files. I have the models themselves backed up on my laptop. So
okay.
if I'm printing something, I'm printing it from a 3D model. If I were to draw something, or if Doug wanted to get one of his graphic designs in a 3D form, I could take that design. So I could scan it into my computer and then take it into my 3D modeling software and give it the form to be able to be printed.
Okay. And is it a special software that you use for this, or is it a CAD system? I mean, what is it?
So I'm using a software called Blender. It is free to download, free to use.
I've heard of Blender.
It's a
Yeah.
very powerful, popular 3D printing or modeling kind of thingy.
Yeah,
Been around
Blender is
for years.
absurd with how deep you can go into it. There's a whole world of 3D modeling, not only just items, but terrains, full worlds, and then creating animated videos in that software on its own. So I have only scratched the surface of Blender, much to the chagrin of my friend.
Yeah, we got Benchy's approval that Blender he's a good part of.
It's a great piece of software. It does everything.
Yeah, so no,
Everything.
it's cool. Wow.
Wow. This is just
Wow.
okay. Everyone, if you have any questions
think.
about Jeremy, how can people get a hold of you?
Let's see. So, for custom orders and things like that, you can always find me on Etsy at Legolog Builds, and then on Instagram I am Lego_log_builds. So you can find me there if you are looking to reach out, or if you I have uncles and my mom who are here, and I'm sure would relay messages if you send them their way.
We'll vet them before we cough up your phone number.
As a matter of fact, Jeremy, I will go ahead and take pictures of things. And hello, Ellen Roberts. I will take pictures of things, put them on our Instagram, like the Cusco comb. I'll take a picture of that when I get one, I guess. I don't have one on me. But
The keychain is amazing.
Yeah.
The Mickey ear keychains.
I'm gonna.
And they come in a variety of colors. So
Well, look at that.
I need keychains. I need keychains.
Because that tree now stays right here. in
Yeah,
this room.
that's perfect for. Those are perfect Christmas ornaments,
What
people.
you do is you buy a bunch of colored plastic and you send it to him, or we go to Berkeley.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Actually, what you guys can do is you can.
Oh,
if
look
you
at that.
want-
That's an Avengers.
I like that.
That's really
You
cool,
can-
Jeremy.
And you could put opening day June 4th, 2021 and sell it. People think they bought it in the park.
Well, here's the thing: those keychains that you're making, Jeremy. If people want them as Christmas ornaments, they could order them with a note to you on Etsy as a Christmas ornament, and you don't have to put the keychain mechanism on it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I should say this too, Doug. You were mentioning just how how much opportunity there is with 3D printing. Like I said before, there are a lot of printers out there where it's just download the file and print, and that's fine, and that's awesome. But I also like the challenge of, hey, I have this idea for something that I want. I don't know how to do it. I don't know, even what the final form would be. But that's a territory I like to live in. I like to live in that gray area of figuring out how to build things.
So you
well.
kind of
Scott,
like being what
so-
I do in my job
Yeah,
I'm the designer. I want to create the logo from scratch. You want to be kind of like what I do as a business of someone can come to you, they can kind of give you a rough idea, and then you create it all and work with the client and then submit them that. And there was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay.
There's Lothar.
Yeah.
He says,
Cool.
has your guest ever heard of a printer that prints rubber? That's the newest one that's coming out shortly.
I have not. I'll have to look into that.
Cool.
That's a different type of material.
Oh,
Oh, there's
he's gonna be getting into trouble with
Oh,
that,
good
like I
grief.
am with the cricket line.
Very true. Well, Jeremy, people can get a hold of you at Etsy. They can always contact us here. Our social media is Pepper Tree Villa on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're also on TikTok and, of course, here YouTube. Leave a comment in a video or something, and we will always do our best to get that information to Jeremy if you don't have a way of contacting him directly. Otherwise, they can get a hold of you what would be your email address for the Lego log? Or do you have a Lego log email address?
I don't have an exact email set up yet for the Lego log builds.
But they,
what is your email?
but they can direct message you through Instagram.
Correct.
Okay.
But they can also do the old-fashioned way. Instead of a rotary phone, you can use email. What's your email address?
That's
I
what he
would-
just
That's
said.
what I said. It hasn't been set up yet.
That's his
For
personal.
the business.
You don't want to confuse the two.
Because we talked about email this morning.
Yeah.
I thought we had email.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
We're not that old-fashioned. We're only Instagram fashioned.
Yeah.
But
The Instabook and the Facegram.
Yeah.
yeah, so tweet us on Facebook. We're there on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
Okay, Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us tonight. That was great.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks for
fascinating.
having me.
And we'll have you-
Very.
I'd like to have you come in at least maybe once a month, and you can give us like a quick update as to your latest print job or what you have available in your store.
Yeah.
We'll
absolutely.
we'll do a separate segment, just like we do What's New at Trader Joe's. We'll say What's Jeremy building, something like that.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll have you on like once a month or so. Great, Jeremy. It is fantastic to talk with you.
Nice endeavor. Like
Yeah.
a good because the way the future is, you've always built.
He's been drinking, Jeremy. Excuse him.
Yeah, lemonade. Okay,
Oh,
Okay,
jealous.
so-
not from concentrate. I don't do concentrate.
So yeah, people are already saying thank you so much, Jeremy. People have really appreciated this tonight. Now I've just got a couple things I want to mention. Life with Ben this week. Ben, what have you got going with Life with Ben?
I went to Taco Bell. You'll find out more on Thursday.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's going to be our video on Thursday. The other video that we're doing is a live stream on Friday where we will be making cocktails for Lothar. Doug, Ben, and I will be there. Ben, if you want to come in person, we can do that later in the evening if you want. We still have to schedule the time for the live stream. But also tomorrow is Mike Wheeler's birthday, and we are participating in a blind box challenge or blind box swap. So we have traded with other channels. Check it out and see who had us and sent us some things. We had to put blindfolds on and guess what was in the box.
It was pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. So
We're getting
the way,
into
Dan-
making mugs, so that's our next adventure. We're gonna start it. We're gonna talk about that way down the road, but that's a thing that we have a mug maker. So.
and
As
if-
you asked, the mugs that we use are dishwasher safe and microwavable.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
So D&G mentions 101. Here's to the next 100 Ben videos. Ben did do his 100th video. That was his My Disneyland haul. So that was video number 100 that he's done. So go check it
Episode.
out.
Episode 100.
Yeah, episode 100. That was amazing.
Ugh, I made 100 thumbnails. Hey,
And
Hey,
I am.
I can go, ugh, I made 100 of these episodes.
and you went to
And
Taco Bell. The
I-
motto instead of run to the border, run to the toilet.
I am hoping that I can get the video edit done, but I've almost done with the first video in our travel series where Doug and I went to Disneyland's opening day, and the first video is about travel day and our time at Downtown Disney. But tonight's Moment to Groovy, make sure you stick around through the whole video. You're not going to want to miss the moment at the end.
I was crying like hysterics.
Yeah,
if you want to see the
you'll
whole
at the end of the video there are going to be some feels. So
major feels when you watch. I saw the video. I was done this afternoon, and I'm like, I have to leave the room. Hand the pearls. Hand the pearls.
so don't forget to check it out. It's going
It
to
was
be your moment to
watch this
groovy.
video.
So anyway, everyone, thank you so much. We know you have a choice of
Thank
what you
you.
can do with your Monday night. We're thankful that you spent a little slice of your Monday evening with us. I'm Arnie,
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
and that there is
And
Jeremy.
that there is Jeremy.
You've been watching PTV Live tonight on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Now, don't forget about all those feels. Yes, Stacy, all the hashtag, all the feels.
You're gonna see him.
It is time for your
I
moment.
can't watch this. I'm gonna cry.
It's time for your moment of groove, everyone. Good night.
Good night.